Hey everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys the weekly soul connection reading. And so this is going to be for today's date, which is Monday, July 1st, going all the way until Sunday, July 7th. So this reading could be for any kind of a soul connection that you feel with another person, twin flame, soulmate. At the end of the day, they're just labels, so we're just focusing on your connection that you feel with another person. I'm going to be using a bunch of different decks, so I'll let you guys know what I'm using as I shuffle, and I'll also put everything in the description box below. If there are any of the decks that I've created, you guys can order them in my Etsy shop, or if you are international, you'll have to email me, and I will send you a special link to order them. And as usual, just take what resonates and get rid of what doesn't, okay? This week, we're going to be using the Divine Connection Organite from Wing and Bell. I'll put their information down below as well, but I thought it was the perfect piece to use for today's reading. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. The very first thing that we are going to focus on is your person and just where they're at in general on their journey. You know, what's just going on for them on their journey of life. Maybe they're on a spiritual journey, some sort of quest, whatever it is. Maybe it's even a dark night of the soul for some of them. Let's just see what we get. This right here is called the Sacred Traveler Oracle cards. Where's your person at right now? We have First Light. It says beginning a new cycle. So it might be that they're in some brand spanking new energy. Maybe they've closed out an old cycle and now they're beginning a new one. We have First Light though. So this is some exciting energy. This right here is the Borderless Tarot, the Rider-Waite Borderless edition. So let's just see what some of these maybe beginning of new cycles are. Maybe it'll give us some indications of what closed out as well. Oh, wow, we have the Judgment card. The Judgment card in the reverse position. The Judgment card as a whole is a really important card because it talks about, you know, the things that we have done in this lifetime up until this point, you know, and being kind of judged for those actions or inactions, the things that we've said, the things that we've done. It's a very karmic card. But it being in the reverse position tells me it might be that your person is trying to start a new cycle, but there might still be some old karmic ties or patterns or lessons that they still need to close up. So let's get some more information. Interesting. Yeah, the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is a card of something is still not able to move forward because we haven't gained the clarity that we've needed. You can see that crown around that person's crown chakra, that crown of light, and it's that understanding, it's that epiphany, it's that awakening, that awareness. And so because the Judgment card is in the reverse position, this just tells me that something hasn't 100% been recognized or understood just yet. So before this new cycle can happen, I feel like there's a lesson that they need to understand or learn before they can move forward. So I feel like something is on hold. So I feel like it's kind of like the light that's on the horizon. It hasn't quite begun yet. So I'm glad that I pulled clarifiers, because if I hadn't, I would have really looked at that as maybe they are beginning a new cycle. Maybe they want to, but there's some kind of karmic crap that's still holding them back. And we have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is about wanting to move forward. Perhaps wanting to share that cup, wanting to share our emotions, have an emotional experience, maybe just feel happy. So I feel like your individual, the person that you're watching this video for, does want to move forward, but is unable to 100% at this time because they still have a cycle or lesson at hand that they haven't understood or closed out properly. So before this new cycle can begin, before they can maybe come forward towards you or just in life in general, they still have to acquire wisdom, knowledge, see things from a new perspective, all of that. And that just hasn't happened completely just yet. A karmic cycle or lesson has not 100% been completed just yet. But it's on the horizon is what I'm seeing here with these cards. So that's where your person's at. So let's see where you're at this time. So we're going to use the same deck here and get an overall energy for you. And we have Voyage of the Heart, which says love flows through you and to you. And we're going to use the Hanson Roberts Tarot for you. Voyage of the Heart. Love flows through you and to you. Let's see what we get. We have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is kind of a nasty card. Definitely my least favorite in tarot, because the Five of Swords can sometimes indicate that there are other people in our environment that are causing chaos and conflict. Now, of course, it could just be us and our own thoughts and our own actions that are creating conflict, but it affects other individuals. So I do see it kind of like a drama card. I can sometimes see this card as mental games, maybe even deception for some people. It's just not the greatest energy. So let's just see what else we got going on here. We have the Knight of Rods. The Knight of Rods is the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands in the reverse position isn't my favorite either, because that Knight of Wands in the upright position is usually somebody who feels really energetic and they feel like they're on an adventure, ready to move forward in a positive way. But when it's reversed, it just means that we might feel a lack of enthusiasm, a lack of energy. We might just even be exhausted. So if this knight is depicting you and your energy, it could be the energy of another person though. I just feel like someone is exhausting you with their mind games and their bullshit. That's what I'm seeing here. So we have this really beautiful overall energy, voyage of the heart. Love flows through you and to you. So what I'm picking up on is that there is an individual or someone in your energetics field that is somehow blocking this flow for you. Now, yes, it could be the person that you're watching the video for. Absolutely. It could be because their energy right now is they're still not closed up with the cycle. They're still not ready to move forward. Maybe they're still trapped in some sort of lesson or cycle. So it could be that because of that, they're not available. They're not able to commit to you. They're kind of in and out of your life, because that Knight of Wands reversed is somebody who's just on the edge of your life. They're not quite in your life. Maybe some of you, they're just not in your life at all. Maybe some of them kind of come and go, and it's very disruptive to you. It may confuse you, and it may just cause a lot of conflict for your life in general is what I'm seeing. So you would like love to flow. And it might just not be flowing right now with certain individuals or this person. So let's get one last message. We have the Ten of Pentacles. For some of you, this could be someone that you're already committed to if you're in a relationship, or it could be someone within your family, because I do see the Ten of Pentacles as a card of family members. But sometimes family members can actually be friends and coworkers. It just depends on what we deem as family. But I just feel like there's definitely other people in your environment that are causing some sort of stress and causing you to not be able to go with the flow or to allow love to flow to you. You might be looking for love, but unfortunately, whatever energy you're stuck in with somebody is kind of blocking this from coming to you. So it could be that you also, as well, with that Knight of Rods, you're really looking for this Knight of Rods to commit. I'm going to tell you right now, that Knight of Rods is not the person that's going to commit to you right now. Because the Ten of Pentacles being right next to it, the Knight of Rods reversed is not capable of the Ten of Pentacles. It's just not going to happen right now. It doesn't mean ever. It just means right now. So if you're really exuding a lot of your energy and time, waiting for this person to change, waiting for them to get their shit together, that's why I'm getting here. We got to sometimes just pull out of that fight. The Five of Swords means we just got to pull away for now. We just got to disconnect for now. And just let the love flow. Go with the flow. We might be really fighting and trying so hard to make something happen that just won't right now. So rather than continuously banging on a closed door, we just need to stop and turn around and focus on something else. And when we do that, love flows through us and then it comes to us. So stop fighting so hard to make something happen. If it is with this individual, and if it's not, there's someone in your environment that you need to tell, kick rocks. You're done, because it's irritating you, it's blocking your energy, it's wasting your time. It's just something that's just not for your best good right now. It's actually depleting you. So some of you are going to resonate with that, some of you won't. So let's now take a look and see what is the next thing we're going to look at. We're going to take a look at your person's energy towards you, okay? What kind of energy are they holding towards you at this time? Let's take a look at this Wisdom of the Fairy Oracle by Lucy Cavendish. What is your person's energy towards you at this time? Okay, unaware, unconscious, unawakened. That's pretty dramatic. This definitely showcases maybe that someone is either seeing you like this or that's how they are feeling towards you. So let's go ahead and get 2 more cards and then we're going to clarify some stuff. We do have magical help is on the way. And we have far, far away. So I definitely see some sort of distance here. Some sort of distance. They might be thinking about you from a distance. So let's see what these things might be. Twin Flame Messages Volume 2 that I created. Let's see what we get. This is your person's energy towards you at this time. Ooh, karma is a bitch. I finally got mine. Okay, so early on, it was very evidently clear to me that your person here is going to see the light, but they haven't seen it quite yet. There's still a karmic lesson that is trying to wrap up. And maybe once they do, they're going to be able to come forward. But as we can see, if this is them, if we can see that right now, you might just kind of have to pull away and focus on yourself, which you should do anyways. But it might be about something else, to keep that in mind. But what I'm getting from this, you guys, because this Judgment card is reversed, karma is a bitch. I finally got mine. We have someone who's unaware, unconscious, unawakened, which is this. This is somebody who's trying to get awakened, trying to see the light. They're becoming aware of something. I feel like this is happening right now. I feel like this is about ready to happen. This first light is about ready to break for this individual, perhaps beginning a new cycle in their life. Maybe they're coming forward with this cup of love for you. Who knows, right? But there's something that's definitely happening on a major level. All I know is that Judgment has to do with karma, and here it is. So your person may have had to go through something in order to come to the light. And now that they've done that, now we have Golden Gift. I see a little part of you in everyone that I meet. And so what I'm picking up on is that they're actually now seeing you in the light. They may not have been able to see you in the light before for whatever reason. They were unaware, unawakened in a karmic cycle. But now all of a sudden they're starting to see the gift. They're starting to see the light. So I see a little part of you in everyone that I meet. So they're being reminded of you at this present time. They might be thinking about you. So let's see this creative daydreaming. But even though we do have this creative daydreaming, it says far, far away, I just can't give up on my responsibilities right now. So you have someone that is working hard at this time, just kind of doing them, surviving, maybe doing their day job. Maybe some of them are actually very creative individuals. And so they're just focusing very heavily on their creative pursuits right now. So they have a lot of responsibilities just at this time. So they don't feel like they can give up on that. But they're starting to understand and they're starting to see something. They're starting to become aware of their feelings. They're starting to become aware of maybe some sort of karma, maybe something that they did to you, something that they did to others. Something's kind of coming back around and they're starting to understand the error of their ways. So I feel like you're definitely dealing with somebody who is going through an awakening. They're going through some sort of realization. And they did get some karma, and it has come up the last few readings that I've done. They may not have come up in all of the weekly readings, but they've come up in other readings that I've done. I think it was on Twin Flames and just other ones. But somebody has gotten some sort of karmic blow. And because of that, now they're starting to think about you, and they're starting to think about all the things that went down with the two of you. You know, but again, this cycle is not 100% complete yet, but this first light is coming. Perhaps the beginning of a new cycle is coming for them. But right now they're kind of bogging themselves down with this responsibilities. They can't step away from the responsibilities. I feel like some of them are trying to actually take responsibility for their actions, but they're struggling. They're struggling, which is why the Judgment's coming up reversed. The Judgment reversed means that somebody's still not quite getting it. Your person is starting to kind of get it, but they're not quite 100% there yet. That is what I'm seeing. Yes, there's certain feelings that they might have where they're just like, damn, I finally got my karma. They're starting to think about you, but they're not 100% like it's not clicking 100% and going, this is what I have to do. I feel like they're not necessarily being moved to contact you and reach out like tomorrow over this. It's just marinating right now for them. It's just rolling around in their headspace. But the thing is, Spirit wants you to understand that this is a new cycle for them. This is good. That's a good thing. There is progression here. Something is actually happening. At least we're not in stagnant, stuck, completely unaware energy. I think it's awesome. So now let's take a look and see, what is this person kind of still stuck in? Maybe what are they afraid of? What seems to be blocking them at this time? This is the Ghost Tarot. Now let's go ahead and combine it with a Twin Flame Shadows card that I created. What still haunts this person, or what, invading? What does this have to do with? Interesting. With the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands with what? This right here is the Fool's energy, but in reverse. And we have the Four of the Emperor. Oh, wow. Okay, so what is haunting this person? What seems to be challenging them at the moment? What seems to be something where they're struggling with? I feel like we have this energy that's coming through as someone that might even feel a little foolish. That's the first thing that I'm picking up on. They're suddenly starting to feel a spark of something, and we have this masculine emperor energy coming through. I feel like for once in their life, they finally feel like things are coming together for them in either their career or their creative pursuits, something. Because the Ace of Wands just means that I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling really satisfied. I'm feeling that spark. I'm feeling rejuvenated. I'm feeling alive. But we have this energy here of the Fool. So again, the Fool is somebody who is walking through life and they've learned, yes, the Fool is about starting over. It's fresh energy, but I feel like this person has already gone through something. So this would be kind of like they're back at the beginning with themselves. They're still on this path where they're not quite mature to sit in that throne. So what's haunting them is their own behavior. I feel like they keep screwing things up with that Fool's energy in the reversed. I feel like they keep making foolish mistakes. They keep making foolish decisions. So even though they're doing much better now, or maybe they finally feel like they're on top of their game in some sort of way, I feel like they're not done making dumb ass decisions. It's just what I'm getting here. And so that invading energy, I just feel like this behavior is still invading their life. This immature energy is still invading their life. Yeah, that's what I keep getting. So it's like they're haunted by who they are. Yeah, they're haunted by their inability to commit, Seven of Cups, inability to make a decision. They might like to keep their options open. They might like to have a lot of different choices and a lot of different things up in the air and really never making any kind of solid choice. So I feel like even though, yes, your person has gone through some stuff and they're starting to see the light, they're not quite seeing things exactly the way that they need to in order to move forward and really, really change. So it doesn't mean that this person isn't going to change and can't change, but that's why there's still some unaware, unconscious, and unawakened energy that's surrounding them because they're not quite there just yet. And we have the King of Wands. And the thing is, when I see the King of Wands, this really reminds me that this person still has some living to do. They still have some living to do. They still need to go off into the world, have some more experiences in order to gain some experience under their belt. This is a very worldly king. This king learns by trial and error. So yeah, this is a very wise king. And so I feel like, yes, your person might be sitting in that emperor's throne thinking that they're an emperor, but they're not quite the emperor just yet. They might think they are, but they still have some growing to do. They still have some things. So I feel like this immature energy and these old behaviors are still haunting them, and it's still invading their present circumstances. Their past actions are still invading their present, and their present circumstances, no, their present behaviors are still invading their present circumstances. So therefore, if they don't change, they're going to actually create more stupid shit for their future. So that's why I have karma is a bitch. I finally got mine. This person has been dealt a karmic blow, but are they gonna really take this and learn from it? We shall see. Okay, so your person's a little stubborn when it comes to lessons. They might be having a hard time still seeing their behavior as the problem in all the situations that they have gone through. They might be having a difficult time taking responsibility. And that's another thing that just popped up when I said that. I am trying to take responsibility right now. So yes, they are trying to take responsibility right now, but they might be having a difficult time with that. So let's take a look and see what energy connects the two of you, okay? What energy is connecting the two of you at present? We're going to go into the chakra mindset balance oracle cards. What energy is connecting them to you right now? And you to them? How are you guys feeling each other's energy at present? We have focused. So when people are really, really focused on one another, when they're like really thinking about them, and I'm talking about in the higher realms, meditation, visualization, not just like obsessive energy. I'm not talking like, you know, a sexual like desire, pining away for someone energy. No, I'm talking about, you know, daydreaming about somebody, but you're doing it in a way where you're thinking of them in a higher way, a higher frequency, you know, thinking that all is well with this person, you know, hoping, just holding them up in light. So I feel like when you're focused on them in that way, they actually feel your energy. And I'm getting to that when they're in this realm as well, thinking about you, you might be feeling it too. But I do have guilt though in the lower chakra, the root chakra. There's guilt here. And it doesn't surprise me because we just saw karma as a bitch. This person does have guilt. You might have guilt too, but this person still feels guilt for their behavior. So they're trying to work that out right now. Just because they're not seeing it doesn't mean they don't feel badly about it. And we have intuitive. So yeah, you guys are definitely connected in the third eye chakra. So a lot of meditation or a lot of just even like telepathic communication, intuitive knowingness. You just know what's happening. You, the person watching this video, you feel like you know exactly what's going on with your individual. I'm getting here that you're intuitively connected correctly. Trust your intuition on this connection. Trust your intuition with what this person might still be going through or struggling with. I'm getting here that you're correct. And I'm getting to make sure that you focus on them in the light rather than in their old ways, because that's not going to help them to be able to transmute this energy. For some of us, we may want this person to come back and apologize. And we might be holding them still in that lower vibrational energy, which is, you know, screw them because they did this and they did that. I see it in the comments all the time, and I'm just like really confused. You want this person to return, yet you still have all of this hate and anger towards them, and you're just kind of sabotaging it just energetically. People are not drawn to come towards individuals that hate them, that are pissed off at them. So that's something to think about. Yeah, so it's not like you're making everything okay that this person did to you, but if you really do care for this person and you want them to come back and you want an opportunity to work things out, you got to loosen up some of your energy that might be, you know, just kind of condemning them. So yes, they feel guilt, but if both of you are in that energy of guilt and shame and regret and sadness and being upset, this energy might not be able to shift to get you guys to the next level. Okay, so really try to hold this person up in light. Really try to forgive this person for the things that they did. Maybe at the time they just didn't have the proper tools. Maybe they still don't have the proper tools, but you're holding them up in light anyways, hoping that they'll get there. Hoping. And you're still moving forward with your life. So even if they do or they don't figure it out, your life isn't on hold. Your happiness isn't on hold. You're not wasting your life away. You're just connected to another individual. That's it. That's what it is. It's pretty simple. So yeah, you're intuitively connected to them. You know what's happening, but focus on them in high vibrational energy, not low vibrational energy. That's what I'm getting. Okie dokie. So next thing, let's go ahead and see, what does Spirit want you to know? At the end of the day, what does Spirit want you to know about this connection? Let's go ahead and get into my Twin Flame Journey Tarot and my Twin Flame Oracle. At the end of the day, and 5 cards from each deck, what does Spirit want you to know and understand about this connection? Yes, we can trust our own intuition, but at the end of the day, what does Spirit want you to know and understand? So I'm just going to lay these over. I'm going to lay these over here, even though you guys can't see them, but I just don't have a lot of room. Okay. Topic number 1, mirroring. What's happening mirroring? Awaiting results. So I feel like what Spirit wants you to understand is that the connection is in a holding pattern right now. You guys are both basically feeling this way. You understand that right now it probably isn't the time for it to move forward because you're picking up on your person's energy, and I'm getting the same for you. Your person is picking up on perhaps maybe some hesitation on your part wanting to move forward. So I feel like you guys are both mirroring this holding pattern right now. Yes, you might be somebody that's like, I want this right now. That's not what I want. I want to be together. It's my other person that's the problem. But what I'm getting is that you guys are mirroring to each other the results of this connection. So wherever it's stuck or wherever it's flowing, it depends upon where you guys are both holding energy. So if your person is in lower vibrational energy, try not to be in that low vibrational energy with them. Really try to give them back something to raise the vibration of their energy of this connection. We have Divine Masculine. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. So I feel like what Spirit is telling you here with the Divine Masculine, if you're a feminine watching this video and you're focused on a Divine Masculine right now, I feel like what Spirit is saying is that he's still in that Page of Pentacles energy, or she, if she's holding Divine Masculine energy, still in that Page of Pentacles energy, really is in that learning stage, a student of life right now, really still needing to learn certain lessons. That's just what I'm getting here. And I'm also getting, for some of you feminines out there watching this, that it's a time for you to kind of take note and learn and understand the behaviors of your masculine. And you're not doing it in an obsessive way where you're focused on him and his journey, but you're kind of logically and practically breaking down the information and going, okay, well, yeah, that actually makes sense. That makes sense why my masculine might be feeling this way or that way. You know, you're not taking everything personally. You're not being super emotional about the energy. You're really just kind of taking a mental note and just being in that energy there. So let's go ahead and get some more. We have recognition. Okay, so we have recognition, stalemate, and indecision. So again, has somebody recognized the error of their ways 100%? They're starting to. They've gotten some karma. Yeah, it's here. We see it. But have they still 100% recognized it? No, no, and no. They haven't 100% recognized it yet. So they're still in this kind of hold up energy of recognizing everything that they need to recognize at this point in order to perhaps come to you with this Knight of Cups energy. Okay. So again, we're kind of in a holding pattern. We're awaiting these results. So mirror to your masculine, if you're a feminine watching this, what you want mirrored back to you. This is very important. So don't blame or don't be in that state of hate or regret or sadness or guilt or just like focusing on all of his negatives. All you're going to get is that mirrored back to you. Really try to hold your person up in love and light. Now, that doesn't guarantee that they're going to come back to you. You're not doing it to get them to come back to you. Why are you doing it? You're doing it to basically help a person that you feel energetically connected to because you love them, because you unconditionally love them. You're not trying to get anything from them. You're just doing it because you guys have this special soul bond. That's why you're doing it. At the end of the day, that's like what it has to be. Take your expectations off of the table. Take your expectations that you want to marry them, that you want to have kids with them if you do, or that you want to live happily ever after with them. Take it off the table right now. And that might trigger some of you. You're doing it because you feel the soul bond with somebody. And it's about unconditional love at the end of the day. Do it just because. Don't do it to get them to do something for you. So I'm only saying that and kind of just drilling that right now because that is what it's all about, is unconditional love. And if you can't get there, these types of connections may have no hope. Okay? And you're doing it at the end of the day for yourself, because the more unconditional love that you have for another person, it's easier to have it for yourself. And the more peace that you're going to experience on this planet. And the higher the vibration is going to be of the planet. And that's the whole point, really. All right, next message. Yep, divine timing. Well, we know that there's something about divine timing, right? It's not the right time. Somebody's waiting. Yeah, Five of Pentacles energy, isolated and alone. So I feel like we got a message here. I could be wrong. Hold on for a second. I think it was here. Yeah, I think it was just, I can't give up on my responsibilities right now. So something about the time, perhaps. But Five of Pentacles energy is feeling isolated and alone, a door being closed. Yeah, so right now, this connection is just not supposed to... The door's closed on this connection right now. The energy isn't closed off. The energy is still very much present and alive. It never goes anywhere. It's alive. It's energy. But the probability of being able to work this out, perhaps in the 3D world, in person, this door seems to be closed. Somebody might be choosing to be isolated and alone, trying to figure out their life, figure out their journey at this time. So it's like we got to just allow that to happen. And we do have ascending. So Spirit is telling you, this is moving forward. It's not stuck. I think I said that earlier. It's not stuck. This is an actual connection that is actually moving forward. It might seem stuck because it's not in the way that you want it to be right now, but you are moving forward. This person is moving forward. There's progress being made, even if it doesn't look like there is. Last message. We have Seven of Swords. This is a really difficult card, especially if some of you feel like people are not being truthful, people are being sneaky. Let's just say this is past energy that we're having a really difficult time letting go of, okay? We're having a really difficult time letting go of old energy, of deception, lies, betrayal, cheating, whatever it is. We can move past it. We can get through it. We don't have to keep holding this connection or this energy back because of old behaviors. We can clear this pattern and move forward. Even if our person is stuck in the past, even if they're still unable to change, we can still ascend forward, move forward with unconditional love and light in our heart, and move forward on this journey with or without our person. We can do that for ourselves, and we can do that for them, and we can do that for this connection, which in turn does something beautiful for this entire planet. It raises the vibration, because we're not sitting around attached to people in a lower vibrational negative way. So yes, you can cut yourself away from this energy and ascend past it. You can. Take some strategy. Spirit's not saying it's easy. They know it's probably difficult, absolutely. But the thing is, you can move past it. So what Spirit at the end of the day is trying to tell you is to recognize that right now people still need to figure things out for themselves. And right now the door might be closed because there's something about divine timing. Mirror back to your person what you want mirrored back to you while you guys are in this waiting pattern. The divine masculine right now is in a state of learning, but of course so are you. And you're ready to move past this energy. Ascend past it, move forward, forgive it, learn from it, move forward. I'm also getting from Spirit to really examine, and that's why I got that message before, really examine why your masculine might be in this energy or has been in this energy or stuck here. It's not about you, it's about them. And sometimes that can actually help people not feel like such a victim and not feel like take it so personally. Most of the time cheating is not personal, or lies and deception. It's about that person. The person that's doing it, they've got issues. It really isn't about us, it's about them. So some of us just kind of might need to change that perception or that mindset. Doesn't make it okay for a person to basically be doing that to us. We did get the message at the very beginning of this reading. If you got somebody around you that's causing you crap and grief, get rid of it for now. Step away from it. Cut it loose. Even if it's this person that you feel so connected to, cut it away for a period of time. Walk away. Do something else. just focus on something else right now. It's not a bad thing. Okay. So what is something that you need to focus on in order to raise this vibration? We're going to be going into the secret language of love. No, the secret language of light cards. What is something that Spirit wants you to focus on right now? What do they really want you to focus on in order to raise your own vibration and or the vibration of this connection? This right here is my Signs from Spirit Love Oracle. Wow. We have reconciliation. So they have something to say about reconciling here with this individual. We have Soul Tree. Okay, so this, when I see tree, for one, that is about roots, it's about growth, it's about DNA, it's about your connection, it's about the soul connection that was built before you even got here into this planet. So I feel like this message as a whole is basically telling us here that there's just certain growth and certain lessons that do have to take place. I don't know if these are books, but they look like they are to me. They might not be, but I see a bunch of books here on both sides of these things where we have to learn certain lessons before we can kind of ascend up to that soul tree. Now, we already got the message from Spirit that we are ascending on this connection. We are ascending through this connection. So you are ascending. You and your person came together. You guys are a part of the same the same energy, the same source. We all are. But this is a specific soul tree, as in you guys both came, amongst other souls as well, came from this soul tree, or I should say soul group, to come here and learn something specific. So you guys are meant to come back and reconcile at some point to continue the development of this soul tree. So that's just what I'm seeing here for this first message. What else? So Spirit, again, it's like saying not all is lost. You don't want to focus on reconciliation, but you don't want to completely write it off as in it will never happen. Sometimes we, and I'm speaking from personal experience here, sometimes we say, I'll never do this again. I'll never speak to that person again. I am done forever. Sometimes we need to do that in order to survive in that moment. But later on, we have a change of heart where there's like, maybe. Never cut yourself off from anything. Never be super black and white to the point where you're now cutting away from experiences that maybe you're supposed to have. So I pick up on that very strong. Wow. We have hat and rolls. So the soul family, soul group, soul tribe, we all have different roles throughout different lifetimes that we play. So I'm just getting here that right now, your particular individual and even you, like there's certain roles that you still have to play in this play of life is what I'm getting here. Your connection with your individual is not the most important thing. Some people get so stuck on this type of a connection where it's the only thing that matters. They're focused on this mission that they've been told that they're supposed to do with this individual, that they're supposed to do great things, but they can't do it until they get together in union with this individual. I mean, there's all kinds of belief systems running around out there rampant, and it's really fucking a lot of people up. The thing is, you also have a role in this life besides this connection. So put on that hat and maybe start doing something different right now until maybe you and this person reconcile. What I'm getting from Spirit is try to stop focusing so much on it and worrying about it, because to me, this reconciliation is actually going to happen very effortlessly when you probably least expect it. That's what I'm seeing here. See, nothing has gone wrong. Everything is in divine and perfect order. Do you see that yin and yang, feminine and masculine energy? Nothing's wrong here. It might seem like it's wrong with your very human ego-based mind. It might seem like everything sucks. It might seem like things aren't going your way or that things could never be turned around. But they will. They will. They are. I'm just getting here that they are right now. It's about like wrapping your mind around that. It's about wrapping your mind around that way of thinking, that everything already is. I was given this vision. I have no idea why I just kicked the camera. I was given this vision years ago, in the very beginning of 2008, oh God, I was going through just like the worst heartbreak of my life. Life-changing, forever-changing heartbreak of my life at the beginning of 2008. And I had this dream, and I've always been a very spiritual person, but this was the first time that I actually got information from, I don't know what the hell it was, but all I know is that it was the most divine, most clear, just information that I've ever gotten in my life. So it changed my life forever. It changed my thinking forever. Now, it doesn't mean that I never got pissed off or made mistakes or, got very stuck in my anger or my rage or my ego. Hell no. I still went there. But the thing is, I still always had that epiphany, that belief system. And I can't even describe it. That's how like high vibrational it was, is that it's almost like that kind of high vibrational energy. I actually could not, I couldn't tangibly really process it. I could, but I tried to explain it just like I'm trying to explain now, and I can't, because it's of a higher vibration. It's not of the same 3D world vibration, so I can't even really articulate it. But I know deep down in my heart what it was, and it has something to do with this. Nothing is wrong. Everything, this vision that I had, everything was just in perfect order. Like there was no separation. Everything was perfect. And I'm not talking like a heaven. It wasn't like that. But it was like these dimensions upon dimensions. Like everything on this other dimension is just completely just right. None of the stuff that's happening here in this 3D world it's just an illusion. So anyways, I know I'm doing a terrible analogy of explaining this information that I was given. So I'm just not even going to keep going on with that. My point is, nothing's actually wrong. It just seems that way. And we're supposed to get to a point in this life, which is what we're all striving to, and that's the ascension, to get to this level where we start to accept that as our reality, as in nothing is wrong, and as a whole, as a planet, we, ascend. And I know there's a lot of information right now about, that happening, the new world and all this other stuff. So yeah, I mean, there's something going on here. You're learning certain lessons through your person and your soul tribe right now. You've got more work to do, not just this connection is what I'm getting here. So get on board with your soul tribe, your soul family. Get on board, because other things require your attention. The planet as a whole is requiring your attention, not just this individual. Yeah. Let's get one last message. 666. Woo! So evil. Sorry. It's not an evil number. Raise your vibration. This is exactly what we're talking about. Raise your vibration. Choose peace and harmony in your thoughts and with others. This raises the vibration of the planet as a whole. Now, this particular person may have been designed specifically for you. Oh, yes, to push you beyond your limits, to take you to the pits of hell, as in your darkness, in order to bring you back up into the light. Absolutely. I do believe that there are specific individuals that are created for this purpose. And that would be what I consider, twin flames and deeper soul connections. Some people might look at it differently. I don't think that that's the only reason it was created, but I believe that was one of the reasons it was created, is because there's that one individual that you choose to come into this lifetime with in order to get you to this point to where you forces you to raise your vibration. Yeah, focus. Focus on raising your vibration and choosing peace and harmony in your thoughts and with others. Period. It's pretty simple. Sounds easy to do, right? So easy to do, but seems so hard to do at the same time. I get it. It's the human struggle. So we're all in this together. We're all struggling to a point. Some of us don't struggle as much. Some of us don't struggle at all. I'm not one of those people, but some people don't. They're really good at it. They've been working on it. They've really just got themselves to a point where they just don't allow certain things to bother them anymore. I'm still working on certain stuff. Maybe some of you guys are still working on some stuff. We can clearly see that your individual that you're watching this video for is still working on their stuff. But guess what? Things are ascending. Things are on track. Everything at some point is going to come back together, and we're going to have the opportunity to be whole again, all together. It's beautiful. So let's go ahead and get a final closing message from Spirit using Postcards from Spirit by Colette Baron Reid. What does Spirit have for us for a closing message? All right. What do we got? Okay, so it says, Dear you, human beings. Human beings spend a huge percentage of life asleep, not just in bed, but the kind where you forget you are a spiritual, immortal being taken on a temporary human form. I can't believe this message, you guys. I mean, we're just talking about this. It says, it's not your fault. Everyone suffers from spiritual amnesia once in a while. As you develop an identity and ego, you begin to see through the eyes of a small self and have less connection to your soul self. You may not recognize this is going on, but you sure can feel it. This is like the entire experience that we're just talking about here. We're here to remind you to look through your soul's eyes and see the magic is everywhere. Infinite potential lies in Spirit, who is teaming with you to fulfill the contract you made to contribute to the evolution of the whole world. Wake up and remember that all the help you need is orchestrated in this invisible realm. Your mind, in alignment with divine intelligence, is unstoppable. The world is yours to co-create. You are so loved, and all are behind you. You guys, I mean, the message that came through, the dream that I had, even though I didn't really articulate it very well, that really coincides with everything that was brought through this reading. At the end of the day, it's not just about you and this individual. There's so much more to this whole picture than just that. This is just a sliver of it. Yes, is this person significant on your journey? Yes, but they're not your entire reason for existence. There's other roles that you're playing here. So I feel like this reading was brought through this week for some of you that are really struggling and really hyper-focused on just this. Spirit's saying, don't worry about it. It's all going to come back together in divine timing. So let go, live a little, and focus on raising the vibration of the planet as a whole, because you're also here to do that too. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Thanks so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. Bye.